Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where last episode we took over a bunch of Gera, no doubt about that. And I would love to offer them some sort of a guarantee. They won't accept it right now, and we would like to guarantee them because we want to be able to get them under our control later on, right? Without them getting attacked out over here. Hang on. That's interesting. This area is not actually contiguous with the rest of their territory. Fascinating. It's still definitely concerning. We would not want these guys to push up too much at this moment. So Gera being a buffer state is absolutely very useful to us. Same with Central Amana and Dur, for that matter. Although there's not really a connection over here in this game, so that is definitely noted. Now we have our forces needing to be rescued out over here, and we will definitely have that happen soon enough. We have a lot of aggressive expansion right now, and we need to let that drop. How's our integration on Upper Egypt going? That should be fairly done soon, right? 7 years on that. Okay. Well, that is certainly noted. So we don't have any farming settlements to build, but apparently we have a mine. So that seems wonderful. What do we got up over here? That's a farming settlement. This is a town commons. I'm going to delete that, and we're going to put in a fortress right here. So that'll be a good spot for that. This fortress here, I'm going to get rid of. We no longer need that. Now, fortresses out over this direction are fairly unnecessary as well, at least for the moment. Now, we do have a city here, and for the moment, I'm just going to put in a tavern there. But we could definitely think about making, like, Siwa into a bit of a fortress city. Just building up a bunch of levels of fort. That's a doable thing, for sure. So we could get rid of the library here, put in a fortress here. What is... Okay, an oratory advance, noted. This is producing camels. Yeah, it's fine to keep that as a fort as well. So that'll be okay for now. Okay, what do we want from our invention? Well, the answer is obvious. We want to take probably Tormenta at this point. Eventually, we're going to need Ballistae and Siege Towers, but they're not necessary to get Mangonel. So we could take Tormenta into Extraordinary Ordnance, or we could take Ballistae into Mangonel. Either of those would be fine. We want all 5 of these anyway. For now, I'm going to take Tormenta. How close are we to getting another advance? We're going to get 2 fairly soon. Okay, so that would probably be Ballistae into Mangonel, would be what we do with our civic and religious advance here. We're expecting this to be in 5 years. Okay, that is absolutely noted. And then we probably want to grab some of these supply limit increases and reducing our army attrition. That'll all be very, very good. So that is all fine. We do have a lot of gold, which is an ongoing permanent problem. I do want to get rid of the fortresses here and the library. We produce pearls. So yeah, get rid of the library here. Get rid of the noble district, granary, we do not need. Citizen district, we do not need. Everything else here, no conscription camp. But everything else here I think is reasonable. We'll put in 3 mills, and we are, of course, going to put in 2 forums and a Freeman district. And then the farmer's market we can also get rid of, actually. And then we can put in a pair of slave traders, something like that. Okay, cool. So that is underway. We have a fair amount of gold left after that. So we could continue to put in a tax office here. Out this direction in Cyprus, this would be a pair of Freeman districts, like that. Is this loyal yet? No. Okay. So that's absolutely noted. Anything through here? Not really. So we can go down this direction, and cities down here have had very little development. So there's like a city here, right? This is awkwardly set up. We can get rid of the citizen district. This produces horses, which is fine, I guess. But there's a lot of structures here that we're going to want to replace. I want to make this into very, very much a slave city. Mostly just looking to produce taxes here, more than anything. So we can get a couple of forums going, and we're basically out of money at this point. We can wait for a month tick, and I'm wondering how we're doing on our navy making their way around here. So the True Ocean goes away as we round this. Okay, that's going to take a while yet. So that is absolutely understood. We can put in a Freeman district and a second Freeman district here, and that gets this city as good as it's going to get for now. Cool. So that looks phenomenal. There are no actual colonizable provinces at this moment, unfortunately. We could do Pearls of our Pod. There's no reason not to do this. This is just good. Okay, so that seems wonderful. We'll activate that for sure. Okay, so we're going to have one of our forces arriving here eventually, but this is 53 and 54 cohorts, right? So we are not really able to move them yet. And the idea here is that we're going to sail them up this way, and we're going to deposit them up here. Assuming that that's navigable. We can actually check that. So with these guys in position now, we can tell them, come on up over here. Yeah, that's all navigable. So that sounds great. At this point, we just need to wait for our primary naval force to show up. They'll get here in the eventual times. We do need a new civic researcher, and that is of vital importance here. Do we want to give up 2 skill points for obsessive? Kinda, yeah. So we'll get that going. Hopefully he'll generate us an additional advance. That would be wonderful. We will see if he does. We are, of course, still capped on research efficiency, and that is not shocking in the slightest. So let's come on down over here. We can... I want to move up this direction, right? Because I want to head, like, from here southward and do this in a little bit of an organized manner in terms of upgrading these cities. So here we can definitely put in a pair of Freeman districts. There's a lack of food with our armies up here, and I'm not surprised about that. We can move one of these armies out over to central Oman for now, and that'll be an improvement. So that looks good. Now, Judean is not a city. This is a city, but that's maxed currently. We have upgraded that one previously. This is a city out here, Juba, and that seems fine. This produces dates, so we can put in a foundry here. All of the buildings here that are pre-existing are okay. We can put in triple mills, a slave trader, and then we'll need some money, which we'll get very shortly. So we'll put in a pair of taverns here, in fact, a trio of taverns. And then the last building that we're going to need is a forum, and that is also going to be needing money. Poor harvest, huh? Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, so now we're going to put in a forum here in Juba. Perfect. So that is definitely progress down here. This city, again, is maxed out for the moment. And what other cities do we have down here? Is this a city? Is there even a single city in this province? I don't think there is, which means that we should actually upgrade this. So we should get that going. Cool. I'm upgrading the capital just by default more than anything. That'll be fine. Okay, so our forces are not doing the absolute worst, but the food is still rough out over here. And it's not shocking. We knew that that was going to be a bit of an issue. So we're going to arrive over there fairly soon. The true ocean is just hellacious to get through. So we're going to want to get moved up over this way as soon as we can, and then get our fleets moving back around, because we're going to need them eventually. So we want to do that as soon as possible. But yeah, it's going to be a while. No doubt about that. So while we're waiting on that, we can definitely come out over this direction and check in. This is a settlement here. There is a city up here in this state. So that seems reasonably fine. Do we have a city in this state? No, these are all settlements. So I'm going to get that upgrading. Okay, what about this state here? Those are all settlements. So once again, we're going to get this guy upgrading. Okay, so that seems fine. This is a city here, and this city is kind of awkward. I'm going to remove some of these structures for sure. Okay. Something kind of like this. And we'll make this into a slave city like so. We need a little bit of gold to build this last Freeman district, but then that'll be good to go. Cool. So that looks good. This is a settlement here. So looking up this direction, we do have a city in the state, right? No, we don't, actually. Yeah, there's no city here. So upgrading like this to a city, I think would be a decent idea. There's a farming settlement right now, so are all of these. That's a mine? Yeah, I think I'm still going to upgrade this one. So we're going to upgrade this city right here. There we go. We had a bountiful harvest, and I'm going to take the stability here. That'll be fine. And of course, we have low food out over here, which isn't surprising. We just lost 5 stability due to that event. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we're still in True Ocean up over here. It's incredibly slow to move through True Ocean. Incredibly, incredibly slow. But eventually, we will get there. So I want these guys to actually park here. This is True Ocean Coastal, and then this is Coastal Sea. Okay, I've changed my mind. I want you guys to just continue to head up over this way. And I want these lads to hop back up over here. They'll arrive there probably too soon at this point, won't they? Yeah, we still need to progress this sailing here. So that is fine. This is awkward. Are you like a vassal of Rome or something? No. They're in a defensive league with approximately everyone on the planet, but sure. Wild stuff going on over there. Absolutely wild. So I want to hop back down over here. I want to take a look in this province. Do we have any cities in this province? The answer is no. So I'm going to upgrade this one. Cool. So we know we have a city in this province. That is fine. What about these Mesopotamian cities that we just took over? So there's a couple of cities down over here. This is an awkward-ish setup. We have a Great Temple here. I think the Great Temple should remain. I'm just thinking about whether we should keep the port or not. I think we're going to come back to that because we're going to want a port up there eventually. So that's probably okay. We can grab pop conversion speed here, which is delightful. We're very, very happy to grab that. And of course, we're having some issues supplying our forces over here. This is not surprising. We will get here eventually. I was not anticipating being trapped over here, but I should have. It does make sense. So our civic advances have advanced. That'll give us global monthly food modifier, which is a useful thing, of course. And we're going to grab from here Ballisti. And then that is going to allow us, when we get our religious advance, to grab Mangonel, which is, of course, going to be a very useful thing. And we'll also grab Extraordinary Ordnance and Siege Towers, and then we'll probably start working on grabbing some of this stuff out over here. Loyalty of Generals would be nice, too. We may want to do a Divine Sacrifice here, because we're going to go negative in our stability soon, so I'm going to do that to offset our aggressive expansion penalty, and that will be fine for the time being. So that all looks good. Order this unit to disband immediately. And do we have a city here? We do. So that's this city, which is already reasonably developed. Down this way, we have a city here. Down this way, we have a city here. So we should be pretty good on the city front through there, right? And that all seems fine. We have a city here, which we already set up. This city is not set up. That's noted. And this is the one that is being upgraded? Sure. So we actually have 2 cities in this province. Actually, 3 cities in this province. Yeah, 3 cities. That's a fair number of cities here. No doubt about that. Assyria is lacking a governor, and we do have a scorned family right now. So I want to put in... What scorned family is this? Okay. What do we got? This guy would work. Cool. So that seems fine for now. I want to come back down over here where we were thinking about working on the cities up here, right? So this currently produces livestock. We have a foundry here that I'm pretty sure we built, which is absolutely wonderful. We're delighted to have that. Let's put in 3 mills. Let's get our slave situation set up, and then we'll start getting some freemen set up there. Beautiful. Now this city here produces horses. It's mediocre, but once again, we're going to put in slaves here. No reason not to at this point. We don't need any tech. We don't need any manpower. Like, we're fine having our manpower be hangers-on on our slave cities. So no issues there. And we're making lots of money, so we might as well make more money. That's what it comes down to. So we do need an additional forum here, and then we're going to need 1 more Freeman district as soon as we've got the cash. So we'll grab that as soon as this month tick comes through. That'll be wonderful. And there we go. So then the last city would need to be this one. And this produces cloth and has a citizen district. I'm going to get rid of that citizen district. We're going to need the foundry built here, but that's going to be a little bit before that's ready to go. Specifically, now. Excellent. So that's underway, and we'll start getting some mills going here. I want to check in on the position of our fleet. Okay. Let's move on up over here. A ruler is born. Neat. And we're going to head back into Karna, because I want to get this mill building. Specifically, 3 of them. And we don't actually have enough money right now to do that. So it's going to take a little bit to get this town built up. That is absolutely fine. We're working our way down this way and getting these towns upgraded. Okay. So this guy is disloyal. Stop it. Stop being disloyal. Now we're going to come back over here. These navies are going to group together. And we're going to have all of these guys embark. They are out of food, and that's a problem, but we need to get them to their destination ASAP. So we're going to do exactly that, and we're going to sail them up, and we're just going to deposit them here, where the supply limit is much better. I don't think... Embark. There we go. I think now we're all embarked. Is that correct? None of them are embarked. Okay, amazing. Let's try this again. Embark. And embark. Now I believe they're both embarked. Are we good? Looks like we're good. Okay. So that's fantastic. We're going to head out. And we're going to head up over here where we can start getting some roads built. The coming of the city of Makaraba. Okay, so that is wonderful. Makaraba became a city, and that is this right here. So we want to put in a foundry, and we want to put in some mills here. But this city down over here, this isn't completed. So I'm just going to get the foundry started here. And we need to get this city completed. That is the current goal. So we're waiting on a little bit of money here. And we're going to have more cities coming through soon enough. So we need to get a slave trader built here. We need to build a couple of taverns. We also need a governor for Greece, and that can be this guy right here. Perfect. And then back over in Karna, we need additional money, which we will have very soon. We're building a lot of constructions, of course. How are we doing on these cities? Yeah, we're going to have some of these coming through very soon. So we're going to have to keep in mind a number of these cities. So we just got our month tick. We can put in this tavern, and we're going to need a forum here. Now, Upper Nubia needs a governor, and there's a Scorn family. It can be this guy. We're going to be landing over here soon enough. Prosperity. I'm going to take the tax modifier here, because we could really use some additional gold coming through right now. We're going to need it. So we're waiting on this month tick at this moment. Tick is coming through now. So we're going to put in these 2 forums, and now we can come back up to this new city, and we can start getting this one online. We're going to need money for that. That's for sure. We could sack our stability. I'm not going to do that. That's kind of a dumb idea. Okay, these guys have deposited their troops here, and we want to immediately start moving them back around over to this side, where they're going to be more useful. So that'll be fine, and I want to get these guys split up a little bit. So we're going to get you moving here. I'm going to put you on road build immediately, and we're going to come down this direction. So we'll need to do something kind of like that. Connect up to Larsa here. And I'm just thinking about the overall way that this is all structured here. It's kind of awkward, for sure. We can do something kind of like that, and then we would want to make sure that this connects down over here, but that's all Gara right now. So actually, we would want these guys to come up this way, with the idea being they would build a road that connects up like so. That's uninhabitable there. So this would connect down over here, down to like Apadana for now. And that's all the further we're going to have them go. Now these guys, I'm going to put them on road build as well. And they're going to head out here, and we're going to build a road that connects kind of like this. We're going to go on this side of this river, but we're going to make sure that we're connected in like this. Okay? Make sure that this is all connected together. And they have some very patchy roads pre-built here. Okay, so it would be something kind of like that. And they both end somewhere up over here. For now, that's fine. They are not done, but they will be working on that for a while. Okay, so that looks good for the moment. Now, Kama has now become a city. So Kama is down over here, right? This produces salt, and we're going to come back to that. But for right now, Makaraba is the city that we are most interested in developing. We do have Marnavalis filling up very soon. Or rather, finishing up very soon. So that's a bit of a concern, but we can queue up a couple of mills here. We should be good on our treasury for the moment, I think, but let's keep this to here. Yeah, there's Marnavalis. So that's right down over here. So we have Kama, Marnavalis, and Maracaba up here. That looks good. We need to get ourselves a bunch of money. I'd love to have a money event happening right now. We'll see if that ends up being a thing. We can definitely get a pair of mills in here, and then we probably have enough money to build a slave trader. I'm going to give it until the month tick, though. This guy died. Okay. Noted. So we need a scorned family member here. That'll be this guy, and we still have a scorned family. So that would end up being this guy. Definitely not ideal, but it'll do for now. Okay, so where were we? We were up over here. Perfect. So now what I want is slave traders. We'll put in 1, 2 of them. I'm not going to put in the third yet. I want to keep us at around 200 gold on hand. And we do have a civil war brewing. Who's angry? That is this guy. What are you angry about? He's in very poor health. He's 78. I'm going to give him free hands. He's not going to get a lot of time to build up his corruption. He's going to die soon. So that looks reasonably good to me. We're going to have another city finishing up soon. That is the one up over here. Noted. We've kind of fallen behind in getting these cities up to date. Red-handed, huh? We'll have him flogged. Okay, so now we need to build our 3 taverns here, and then the only thing we need here at this point is a forum. So that'll be good. We'll get that done very soon here on this next month tick. So right about... Yeah, and there's that new city. Right about now. Okay, there we go. Now, down in Kama. So we are going to have one more new city coming through here. That is understood. Down in Kama, I definitely want to... I don't know. I'm just thinking about timing here. I'm not going to remember that we're working on these 3 cities. That those need to be worked on in the next episode. I'm almost certainly not going to remember that. I kind of want a strong arm here. It's a terrible idea. But it will get us a bunch of gold influx. and we'll be able to put that into a foundry, and we'll be able to get this city built up much, much, much more quickly. That's the idea, anyway. So let's get some slave traders in here and taverns. And now we're just waiting for the month tick. We can put in a forum. Okay. So now we still need these 2 cities, right? So it's going to cost us a fair amount of money to get them all online. No doubt about that. Also, Shamayanani is still being a problem, probably because we dropped our stability. That is almost certainly what the problem is here. We can still bribe this guy, and it's not a problem. Okay, so now the issue is Yehuda Hyrkanos, and that would be this guy. I'll bribe him. Okay, that seems reasonably fine. So now we can put in a foundry here. And we need to continue to build up this city quite a lot. I want to check in and see where we are in terms of our road constructions. This guy's disloyal. What a jerk. Okay, get back up here. We're going to need him to come down to, like, Bira. Is he still disloyal? He is still disloyal. Okay, so he is very, very disloyal. This is because of the strong arm and because of our stability dropping. Well, we're just going to have to leave him be for the time being and only have the 1 unit building roads. That's not the worst thing in the world. So I want to come down to Marnavalis, and we want to get these mills built. That'll be fine. We're just going to wait on the month tick, and that will get us a couple more slave traders, 2 of them. So that'll bring us up to 6 of 11. And there's the coming of the city of Shari. Okay, so that is understood, and Shari should be, yeah, this city here. Okay, well, it is time to put a cut in here. I'm going to build a foundry in Shari, and then in Kadrama, I'm going to back off on these 2 mills, actually all 3 of these mills, and we're going to just build a foundry in these 3 locations. I will try to remember that we're developing those. We'll see if I succeed. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.